The birth of the largest crypto exchange to exist is about to happen, unfortunately, in the US. And it's not looking good. I'm going to get into that. Plus, I'm going to get into the race of what is happening with the ETFs around the world now with corporations and giant banks. But you know what? If you want to see why we got roasted for calling the very bottom back in November 2022, sign up below for our CT Club, where you actually get to see what we've been accumulating for the past 7 months. Yes, you had that time for 7 months to be accumulating. And you know what? It's very hard, especially when everybody's super bearish and expecting $10,000. But we did it anyways, and now we are reaping the rewards and wait till the bull market happens. Okay, so now we have crypto exchange backed by Citadel Securities, Fidelity, and Charles Schwab. Now, they are seeking businesses from brokers and investors interested in digital assets, but wary of troubles at FTX and Binance. So they're using FTX and Binance as the scapegoat. Why not? Because you know what? Right now, FTX is paying $121.8 million in legal, consulting, and financial service fees between February 1st and April 30th. So no wonder people are going to be wanting, like, hey, I can't trust these crypto people. Finally, entities that I can trust. There's a term that we've been using for a very long time, since the beginning of Bitcoin pretty much, that don't trust, verify. And unfortunately, people are going to get sucked into this. And yeah, these entities are not going down. They have unlimited funds. They own the Federal Reserve and vice versa. And they own all the politicians and regulators. So what could go wrong? You know, so there goes your self-custody. With this, BlackRock's ETF application is the starter's gun. This is coming from Bitcoin Archive on Twitter, setting off the institutional race to adopt Bitcoin. Paul Tudor Jones did it in hedge funds back in early 2020 with his seminal letter to investors. Now BlackRock has given the green light to the entire corporate world, and boy, is there a freaking run for getting these ETFs now. We have Deutsche Bank, multiple trillions of dollars of assets under management. Deutsche Bank in Europe trying to get this ETF going. Also, we have Wisdom Tree, Bitcoin Trust, another one, and you're going to have many, many more, especially with Fidelity that has $4.3 trillion of assets under management. They are preparing for a Bitcoin ETF as well. Guys, if you can't see what has just happened, so you have the FTX collapse, you have the Binance FUD that the SEC came out with, which is actually a nothing burger right now. They're kicking out Binance, essentially. They're kicking out everybody that's not Wall Street, that's not part of the club, which you ain't in. If you want to know what Coinbase has to do with this club, BlackRock will be using Coinbase as their custodian if this ETF is approved. So yeah, they're going to own the world, and they're going to continue owning the world. They've always owned the world, and they will continue doing that. Them and Vanguard. Now we have MasterCard that files a trademark application to develop crypto and blockchain software. Crypto's not going anywhere. This is here to stay, obviously. This is why big banks are getting into this, while seriously the rest of the world kind of thinks that crypto is a joke. Trust me, I've been around the world, and because of what happened with FTX and all that other debacle back in November, like, people are pissed, they're scared of crypto, and they just don't trust it. And now this is what's going to happen. It's unfortunate. And guess who is about to potentially buy out Grayscale? Fidelity. Here's what the sources say. Sources expect Fidelity to either make a bid for Grayscale or quickly launch their own spot Bitcoin ETF. One or both is coming soon. BlackRock and Fidelity will own the crypto space in the US. Yes, unfortunately they will. So you know what? It's going to spur a crazy bull market, considering that only 10% of Bitcoin that exists out there are left on exchanges right now. That's it. And guess how fast that's going to get cleared up? Very, very soon. So if you really care about your financial sovereignty, My suggestion, follow us down below because you'll know what our biggest holding is, which is Bitcoin, and also what we are buying as well. So anyways, take care. I'll talk to you soon.